Hey y'all, Paige here. Matt and I are bringing back an episode from mid-2024. As mentioned in our recent episodes, we are shifting our content schedule a bit and we'll be releasing older episodes occasionally when we are unable to record for the week. This is one of them. This conversation cracks something open for a lot of people because it names a simple but brutal truth that hard things feel hard. And that's not a sign that you're failing, it's a sign that you're doing the work. In this replay, we walk through emotional resilience in life. We will talk about the big ideas behind our Independently Strong program, how to actually gauge progress over weeks, months, and years instead of expecting overnight change, and somewhat of what an equal partnership looks like in practice at home. We'll also talk about some simple self-care rhythms that you can use to steady yourself when the waves hit. Like many of our earlier episodes, our language and understanding may have evolved since then. You might hear us word a few things differently than we would today, but the heart of the message still stands. Before we get into it, a huge thank you to SoberLink, the sponsor of today's show. SoberLink is the world's best accountability device, disguised as a breathalyzer. If you're someone like Matt, rebuilding trust after alcoholism when your words have lost meaning because promises were made and broken, this can change everything. You create a network of people who get notified every time you test, and every negative test becomes another drop back into the bucket of trust. Remember that trust is lost in buckets and rebuilt in droplets. SoberLink helps refill that bucket one test at a time. You can now rent one for as little as $19 a month when you sign up for a 1-year plan. Just go to soberlink.com/wheels and enter your email address. Whether you're working toward sobriety, rebuilding a relationship, or creating accountability and safety, even if you've left the relationship and have kids to look after, SoberLink provides the transparency and consistency that recovery requires. Thank you, SoberLink, for sponsoring this episode. All right, let's get into it. Let's jump back to the mid-2024 of You Are Stronger Than You Think We Can Do Hard.
Welcome back to another episode of Till the Wheels Fall Off. I am Matt.
I'm Paige.
Hey, we've got a new episode today. It's a bit of a, I don't know what you call this. Smorgasbord's a good one.
Thing?
Yeah. It's like one of those
goulash
charcuterie board of topics, sort of.
We're just going to throw some things in there and take what you want.
Solid, I think, though. We're going to talk about emotional resilience. We're going to walk through the course a bit more. We get a lot of questions about it. And to be fair, I don't think we've ever done a really good job at communicating exactly what it is. I think it's rather generic when we talk about it.
Yeah.
So we'll get into some of that, a little bit of that. We're also going to talk about gauging time appropriately. How much time does this take? Is it weeks, months, years? When should you be looking at progress? Are we going somewhere? Are we not? And give you a little bit of our insight on that. We're also going to be talking about what is an equal partnership. I think it's a sort of a buzzword that's popping around social media a bit more now.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that we just, man, I feel like the Grim Reaper sometimes. I feel like walking around and it's just like we're just so negative all the time.
Yeah.
Let's kick it over to the positive side a bit. Like there is something to look forward to in this life. And I want people to have something to look forward to. Like, what's the point of any of this? I don't want to listen to these two clowns. It's just sad all the time.
Yeah, and we're not big on looking at just negative or just positive. We like to look at the reality of things, but sometimes we want to bump it up and just kind of share because like what our life is like now and stuff and give you a little bit of hope.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a good way to frame it.
Yeah.
All right. So first things first. Hey, we've got new shirts that have quickly sold out, but we are going to get more of them this coming week. By the time you hear this episode, they could be up. If not, give it another 24 hours and we will announce it in our social media accounts.
Yeah.
They went faster than I thought.
Yeah.
The In My Villain era tees.
We were almost sold out before our last episode dropped.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd have, and like full disclosure, we bought like 24 of them. Like it's a really small run. Like a few people would want these things, but more than we thought. So thank you guys for the support. I mean, really, it means the world to us. It's so cool seeing people when they get them. Like, please tag us. Let us know that you're wearing it, you're rocking it. It's really, really awesome to see. And we'll share it out in our stories and whatnot. Hats are also available still.
Share what on our stories?
The photos. People when they tag us.
Well, if they put them in their regular.
Oh, yeah, not in the community. I will not share anything.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify that. We're letting you know that we don't, it's pretty anonymous. Like, this is a very, sensitive subject matter.
Instagram, I guess, is the place to do this.
Yeah.
Tag us on your IG story or something like that. We'll repost it.
Okay.
I just love seeing people in it. It's so cool.
I know.
It's awesome. It's like, yo, I am with you guys. That's the coolest thing in the world to know you got support out there.
Yeah.
Feels really, really cool. Hats are still available. Still got plenty of hats. Still got rocks. Got a new shipment of rocks in. So if you are a couple that listens and you have put someone through hell, we created a token of appreciation for spouses and partners. People in 12-step communities get chips. And it's like, hey, look, I stayed sober for 30 days, and it's amazing. Or you get a yearly chip. It's incredible. It's an awesome way to show the world that, hey, I'm doing this deal. Or maybe you don't show anyone. It's just to show yourself. It's just something you keep around. I keep mine on like someone gave me this awesome plaque thing. I framed them up.
Yeah.
Keep it in my office. It's really cool. But spouses and partners don't have anything like that. So we've got Recovery Rocks. Mm-hmm. On the front, they have our logo. It's engraved in there with paint, so it never hopefully rubs off. And on the back, it says, "Thank you for being my rock." Really cool way to show someone you appreciate them sticking with you through all this. We've also got a free newsletter. It goes out every Wednesday. You can sign up by going to our website, www.twfo.com. Scroll all the way to the bottom and put your email address in there, and you will get that. We've also got a free Facebook community, place where you can connect with 3,000 other wheelies that are walking through this very thing. You can connect with people on a personal level. Sometimes people will exchange email addresses. They'll DM back and forth when they're going through tough times and you just need someone to talk to. It's a great place to ask questions, sometimes just to vent, get feedback, you name it. It's awesome. Share wins.
Yes, we have weekly member-led meetings in there now, and we are adding another one to the schedule, so we will be having 2.
Yeah, one for international folks.
Yes, which is pretty cool.
Fits a bit better with like European time zones and whatnot.
Yeah. And when I get that time, I will let you all know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I think there was something else I was going to say in the community. Self-care. We'll talk a bit about emotional resilience, and self-care is a part of that.
Yes,
but
big part.
let us know what you're doing for yourself today. Like anytime you're doing something, take a pic, take a selfie. Do something, post it in the community. Let us know what you're doing today to take care of you.
It's important for others to see what you're doing because it could inspire them to do something for self-care, but it's also important for you because it can help you hold yourself accountable when you put stuff out there like that. It's like, look what I did. I actually did something for myself, and people are going to cheer you on and root you on and let you know that you're doing an awesome job, and that'll help you keep going. It's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. And I get it. Like, if you're not the selfie type, I know.
You don't have to take a selfie. People just take pictures of just
Sometimes
whatever their surroundings.
Believe me, I know. I've always been weird about sharing my life on the internet. And I know it's hard to believe given what we do, but it's true. Like, if you look at my Instagram, I don't know the last time I posted.
No, you haven't been in there for a while.
I'm bad about this, so I get it.
Well, we try to be present.
But it's for others just as much as it is for you.
Yeah, it's part of your journey, your healing journey.
It's helpful for many people, you, everyone else that sees it. It's a great thing. Okay. Independently Strong is our course.
Hold on.
Okay.
We're not videoing today.
Oh, yeah.
Did you want to mention that?
Yeah, we decided not to video today. We were on the back patio. We swam, grilled, and we're looking at each other. It's like kind of sunburned, busted looking, hair's all disheveled. It's like,
Thank you.
Let's just not turn the cameras on today. How about that? It's just take the pressure off of us. So I think this is the first time we've intentionally filmed with no cameras.
I mean, our first few episodes we didn't record.
We didn't?
Or if we did record them, we didn't put them on YouTube. We didn't start until later on.
Okay, well.
But either way, in between, like, this is the first time I think that, well, there was one time that we didn't do it because the camera went dead because my phone did the do not disturb thing. I didn't put that on. But we will put this on YouTube, though. I'll put it in. You
can still listen to it on YouTube.
Yes.
You just won't see us.
That.
It's kind of nice in here, though. I'm not going to lie.
It's kind of weird, though, because it's like dark. We didn't turn on these lights that are shining on us.
It's also not hot because of them. You know?
You comfortable?
By the end of the episodes, we're always sweaty.
We're usually sweaty. It's like, oh, that's lovely.
Sweaty and sticky. So none of that going on today. So I'm sorry if you're someone that likes to watch. We're just not going to do it this time.
Right. We're human.
Yeah, it was either record or not record. And we needed to record, and we definitely weren't going to get in the shower. So
yeah,
here we are. All right.
Course.
Independently Strong is a course that we developed. And so it all came to be, I think, when we were kind of looking at, really it came down to like, Paige, your path of recovery and how you did this, because you didn't work an Al-Anon program or a 12-step program of any kind.
Correct.
So it was therapy based. It was a lot of self-care. There was a lot of like very blunt truths that you had to learn about this life. And we got with a therapist. It's like, hey, let's create a course for spouses and partners that's unlike anything else out there. It's not 12-step based. It's not based in religion or spirituality even. It is just the facts. Just the facts, ma'am.
Yeah.
Was that Dragnet?
Based on our experience.
It was Dragnet, that show that used to say that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You weren't a Nick at Night watcher?
Yeah, but what are you talking about?
All right, never mind. Hopefully someone knows what I'm talking about.
They
I'm not
probably will.
Anyway, so we've mentioned the course. We talk about how it's, it's a path for partners and spouses. And then we kind of leave it at that. But I don't think we've ever sat down and like opened it up and gone through like what it's really about. And so and we get emails about it too. And I know our website sucks and we're working on that. I promise you.
Yeah. But I think that a lot of people get scared because it says independently, right? And you think that, oh, that means that I'm going to be by myself. And that's not what it means. It means, if you listen to my Pages perspective from last week, I talked about the differences in what a relationship is when you don't complete somebody, but you complement somebody. And it's basically being an independent person and knowing yourself while still being in a relationship.
Interesting you say that. I was recently talking to someone who's been in a relationship fairly new, like married just a few years. And they were talking about how things are kind of dull now. And they were talking about their favorite time in the relationship. And it was whenever they first met this person. And it was this person's sense of independence that attracted them in the first place.
Yeah.
Then we get in relationships and life happens. You have kids and things kind of get a little bit different. But there is something incredibly attractive about independence in people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From both sides of the relationship.
Absolutely.
Like when someone has their own routine, someone has their own career, someone has their own likes and dislikes.
Yeah.
Before you've gotten in this relationship and they all kind of become homogenous in some ways. Maybe you keep some of your own stuff. Like you're a big Yanni fan, for instance. I'm not really big on Yanni.
I love Yanni.
But a lot of the stuff, you kind of grow together and you kind of become like this. I think we even look alike now.
Yeah, we do. That's creepy.
It's like you have a dog, like the dog looks like you when it's old.
Yeah, Winnie Beans looks like you.
Me? For reference, y'all, we have a bug-eyed Boston Terrier.
She's so cute. She's ugly. I love her.
Anyway, so yeah, independent. Yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah, but if you think about it, really, really think about it. Like, it's the interdependence that really makes a relationship work.
Absolutely.
It's the interdependence. It's not the dependence necessarily.
Yeah.
Dependence is great at some time. Like there is some degree of dependence on other people.
Interdependence means.
Right.
But you still have to be independent and know your things and have your own hobbies and not necessarily, some people don't have hobbies. I don't really have much hobbies. I guess if you could say working out is a hobby. Like I think that we push hobbies on people so much in society. Yeah, but I haven't like really gone to a dance class in a while.
You're talking about signing up.
Yeah, I have. I've talked about it.
That's like your hobby, though.
It is, but it's not like consistent, Like there are people, like, what is your hobby? Working out. You see?
I've had them over the years, though.
Yeah, we've had them over the years. But I don't think it's like you necessarily have to have it. But you still have your interests. You have the things that you want to do. You have your book interests, your movies that you like, your friends that you hang out with and stuff like that. And you do things that you enjoy that maybe your partner doesn't enjoy, and that's okay. Totally okay.
Yeah, keep some of that for you.
Yeah.
Not a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing.
No. So let's go to the course real quick. And we were just going to talk about, we're kind of going to go through it we have 10 different modules and we'll just summarize each one so that you can understand what it's truly about and what you're going to gain from it.
And a module think of it as a topic. It's a topic. It's something that is covered. And within each module, there are videos.
Yes.
There are exercises.
Yes.
Is it just videos, exercises?
Yeah. Yes, pretty much. There's videos and exercises.
When we say exercise, it might be a worksheet.
It's like a
it might
worksheet.
Be reflection.
There could be reflections. There's also, we'll get through it. There's some things that you can save. But I typically recommend people do one module a week so that they can really think through it and take in all the information before they start to move on to the next one, because sometimes the worksheets are really in depth. Some people go longer. Like there are some people who have taken months to do the entire program because it is very in depth, but it's it's the best thing out there. And I'm not just saying that. Like, I freaking love it. It is amazing. So first, like, you start out, it's just a welcome thing. And we talk about finding yourself again, finding that inner fire, like that poem that you wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the end of it? How does it go?
It says there's a fire inside you. It burns from within. The source of your light is never from them.
Yeah. That's amazing.
I think that's what it said.
Yeah.
It was a poem I wrote for you and for our daughter. Actually, it was like, one day, I mean, I will not be here at some point. And I want her to have that. If she can remember anything from me, it's that. It's simply that. It's that message.
Yeah.
And I want her, I mean, she's married, and I want her to be, an incredible partner, but I don't ever want her to lose what makes her amazing. I don't want her to ever feel like it's contingent on someone else's approval. I want her to know that comes from inside, and it's always there. The source of her light comes from the inside, just like you.
Yeah. One of my main goals as a mom with our children, and especially our daughter, is for her to have a very high self-esteem, is for her to love herself and to know herself and to not allow somebody to change that. Now, it's not that we're allowing it. These relationships are so complex, and we've talked about how it does happen and how we do lose ourselves within them. But there are some who didn't know themselves before they got into the relationship. It depends on the person, depends on your upbringing, it depends on all of that. But like going back to what I was talking about with our daughter, that is my main goal, is that I want her to know who she is. I think that is so important for her as a female to get through life.
Mm-hmm. That's huge. I mean, that's massive. And that's kind of how we open this, the course. Like, that's sort of the overall thesis of it, is rediscovering yourself.
Yeah. So we talk about my story. You're going to hear from me throughout this entire course. There's my story, how I was as a little girl, how I was as a teenager, how I was older, and what we went through. And then we share some relatable scenarios with other stories, with other types of couples who have gone through similar things. And then we talk about how you may be affected within these relationships, how you're impacted, how addiction affects you. And then we have the perspective from Dr. Taylor, and I don't know if you're in this one. You're in the welcome, but you're not in. Oh yeah, you are in that perspective with him.
So each module concludes with Dr. Christopher Taylor, our clinical architect, giving his clinical perspective on the content that we just covered. So we are big proponents of therapy. Big proponents of therapy.
Yep.
And I'm going to plug it here. If you're in the state of Texas, check out Taylor Counseling Group. Dr. Taylor's firm, all full disclosure there, but it's because I believe in the work that they do. I believe in his mission to provide affordable healthcare within the state, and the importance of the work that goes on in therapy. I mean, I've seen you grow so much from it. I've grown so much from it. We've grown as a couple from it. I've seen nothing but benefits come from it. Yeah. And so each module concludes with a therapeutic perspective of what's being covered. So rather than taking it sort of like an Al-Anon spiritual approach, this is clinical. Yeah. It's clinical. That's kind of the point of it. We wanted to make this thing more, it's for real. Yeah. It's for real. It's not just hearsay or anything else. This comes with the backing of an expert. Yeah. A real professional.
Yeah. And then this one, we have the relationship evaluation, which I believe that we still
it's still up there.
The relationship
mini courses.
The mini course up there. If you want to get a little taste of what the course is all about, and then get the worksheet that's pretty in depth. It's got some deep questions that may be difficult to answer, but I think they are so important and necessary and can really help you process some things that you're going through right now.
You're going to read the questions and you're going to go, oof. Each time you read one, it's like, oof, we're going there? Yeah, we're going there.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay.
It's safe. It's all right.
It is.
We've got to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, for sure. If you want to find some healing and some peace and some content, being content within your life, you've got to do the hard things.
One of the scariest things in the world is
what? The unknown.
Yeah, that's one of them. Actually, yeah, it's one of them is just what we don't pay attention to. It's the inventory. Like any successful business does an inventory every year. Yeah. But you kind of cringe because you're like, ooh, what's missing? What didn't we think of? How much money did we lose? It's like going through a budget. Like a budget's scary because you don't want to really know, but you do need to know because it's really important. But who wants to know? Who wants to know how much they're going to have to tighten their belt and stop getting DoorDash 4 times a week?
Yeah.
Or where they're shopping. Maybe we should cut back a little bit on Amazon purchases. Maybe we should talk more about what we're spending our money on. But that stuff is crucial to the success of a household. It's no different than your personal lives. It's no different than your relationships.
Yeah, and I think it's scarier when you're anticipating it than when you actually do it.
Oh, the fear
That's
is
like
way
everything.
worse than the actual
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. Like anything in life. It's like that anticipation and you're like, ooh, this is going to be so bad. This is going to be so bad. And then you're like, you do it and you're like, oh my gosh, that wasn't so bad. I'm actually relieved. I did a thing. I'm so proud of myself. You know?
You will breathe deeper. Like you will
Yes.
exhale like, oh man, okay. And there's no better feeling than knowing like in your account, like where every penny is going. This is no different than where every, I guess every feeling within you, where it's going within the relationship. You're going to know what they are. You're going to be able to highlight them. You're going to look and see where your energy is going.
Yeah.
That's the point of that first module. And that's the relationship evaluation, which is available as a mini course. So if you're interested and it's like, hey, I'm going to check out the mini course, it's available. I think it's still up there for $50.
Yep, it's there. All right, so the next module, we talk about the relationship dynamics. And this is when we start talking about, what interdependence is. We talk about the toxic cycle within the relationship, what it looks like, and then we get into trauma bonds as well.
Yeah.
We did an episode on trauma bonds a long time ago, and we actually don't discuss it too much. And it's probably because it is in the course, and
Right.
It's something that you can have access to in there and do some deep thought processing and some work in there.
Mm-hmm. No, that one's great. I mean, it really walks you through what's unique about these types of relationships. And I say unique in the sense that it's standard relationship advice does not generally apply.
No.
It just doesn't really apply.
No.
It's just totally different.
Yep.
Totally
Absolutely.
different. So this is going to tell you why. This is going to break down the
Like what you're going through. You're going to go through it and you're going to say, whoa, that is my life. Yeah, I get it. I understand. Like this, it can click now. Now I know what I can do next. All right, the next module is yours.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because it's the longest module in the thing.
So this one is about No, it's long. You're right. It's like 90 minutes. This module's 90 minutes. Like for instance, the last one was about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's about double the length, but it's all you really hear from me in the entire thing.
It's great.
It's and it is an addict's perspective about like sometimes people will book a session with me just to figure out what's going on in the mind of someone who's using drugs and alcohol in a relationship. And when they say this, what do they generally mean? And while I can't speak for anyone necessarily, and each person is individual with their own unique identity and experiences, there's so many similarities.
Yeah.
So many similarities. Like I've been doing this for over a decade and I've met thousands and thousands of people who have struggled with addiction. And I'm going to go on a limb here and say we're basically all the same for the most part. Like on the whole, mostly all the same. Some, more, I don't know, interesting personalities than others, but for the most part, we all struggle with the same stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm going to break that down, give a bit of addiction education as well. Again, like I'm not clinical here, but Dr. Taylor does chime in at the end here.
Yeah, and there's no worksheet on that one.
No worksheet. Yeah, so just watch it.
It's just more about you just talking. It's great. Good stuff. The next one we kind of is when it starts to get...
Let's get into the work.
Yes. It is about helping versus enabling. So we kind of get into the codependency part right here. And we talk about our experience in it, what we feel about it. And then there's a worksheet on if you feel like you enable or help or if you're codependent or not. And the people who have taken this course have gained some great insight on this because it's a little different than what most things out there tell you about codependency.
Most places, when you walk into like an Al-Anon meeting, they're going to assume that you're codependent. They're going to tell you to read all the codependency literature.
That's what's out there. That's all they throw out there.
It's just everything falls into this bucket called codependency. And it's more nuanced than that. We have episodes on codependency, and if you've been listening to us for a while, you know what our take on codependency is. I think it's a very overused term that does not come close to encompassing what someone in addiction in a relationship is going through. It's not simply that you're an enabler. Sure, everyone has some enabling characteristics to some degree, but that pales in comparison as to what else is going on there.
We kind of discuss like why we do the things we do. That's pretty much what's different about it. It's like almost there's no choice, based on the what we're dealing with in the moment.
Yeah, and we discussed trauma as well.
Yeah. All right, and then the next one is going to be the self-awareness module. This is where we kind of help you understand what yourself. It's self-awareness. It's how you understand yourself, and it's things. This was like such an eye-opening experience for me personally when I was going through therapy. So I took what I knew and developed my own type of process because I still do this kind of stuff now. And we talk about there's a self-awareness exercise. I think I get into like the cognitive distortions here as well.
Yeah, you will
the
be able to
catastrophizing, the minimizing, the normalizing, and why we do it, and how we can shift our brains to do something different.
Identifying when you're doing those things. So in the moment, being able to catch yourself and go, oh, holy crap, I'm catastrophizing right now. Or this is my black and white thinking at play.
Exactly.
There it is.
Yep.
And being able to identify it, it's like, oh, wow, I'm in control of this now. Okay. I've identified it. I know what this is. I know how to fix it. Let's put that aside for a moment. Let's reevaluate the situation from the different set of eyeballs. So you can catch yourself in the moment of it. And identifying triggers is another part of this one as well.
Yes. And also those that have done this part of the module are recognizing that they can utilize these tools outside
in their daily life.
In their daily life. It's not just with their spouse. Like
these are tools for living.
Yes, exactly. And yeah, this is where we discuss identifying triggers. So we also had a triggers episode at some point. And this just kind of digs into it a little bit deeper. And then we have an end-of-day reflection and then another perspective from Dr. Taylor.
Yep.
The next module is going to be the building a healthy self. We did pull this out as a self-care course at one point.
Yeah, someone out there's got that.
Yeah, so somebody out there does have this, or a few people do. And it's just how to build a self-care routine and help yourself take care of yourself. Like I cannot stress the importance. I can't stress it enough of self-care and what it does for you. We'll talk about it later on too in this episode. We have a whole section on boundaries, and we talk about the values, how to set boundaries. We have boundary setting exercises, identifying your values. I think I might have already said that, but that's a really, really good module for you to understand boundaries and what you need to do within your situation.
Yeah. And this isn't like sitting here doing this. I don't want people just to go, hey, go buy the course. This isn't just a long commercial for the course. It's more or less just content for a process of recovery for a spouse. If you are in a position and you're like, listen, course is cool. I'm glad you have it. Great. But I cannot afford the course. We did a boundary series.
Yep.
A 3-part boundary series on the podcast. It's totally free. That covers in general what's in this module. Maybe not as in depth, but it's got the formula for working out boundaries. It's got like what's a boundary, what's not, like these are rules versus boundaries and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
That could be really helpful. Just plugging that real quick.
Yeah, for sure. Then we have the communication module where we talk about how to communicate, and we have a worksheet on what your recent communication looked like and how you can kind of unravel it a little bit and learn how to communicate in a different way. Then we have the making a life-changing decision. This is just how you feel if you want to stay, or do I stay or do I go? It's just we have the worksheet on making a decision on what's best for you based on what you've learned and what you've lived in and where you are now.
Our goal has always been to empower people to make decisions that are right for them.
Yep.
For some people, that will be, listen, I really want to see what happens. I'm going to wait and see. That's great. But you're going to be able to approach that decision from a place of information and knowledge and understanding about what's going on. You're not just going to be making it because you don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
you're going to know. You're going to know. And if you've been on this carousel for a really long time and you feel like it's time to get off, you will know that you're making that decision from a place where you are approaching it once again with knowledge, with education, with experience, with all the tools that you need to know that that decision is coming from you and not from anybody else and not from other people's influence. This is your decision.
Exactly.
So we're trying to empower people to make decisions. That's really the goal of the entire program.
100%. Because it's hard for us to make decisions. You know?
Yeah.
It is so hard for us to even be independent.
When
that's what it helps you do, is become independent with your own thoughts and your own decisions.
You're in survival mode. You're not thriving.
Yeah.
It's far from it. You know, you're just getting by.
Yeah. All right. And then the last one is just going to be how you manage setbacks and have maintenance, you know, like, because we're all going to have setbacks. I've had setbacks in my healing journey,
Sure.
You know, and it's just kind of part of it, and we help you.
Such is life.
Yeah, and we help you journal and all these extra resources and all that fun stuff. So it's just a great program that we wanted to kind of throw out there to show, like, help you, give you some, not details, but summarize it.
Yeah, and then you get an independently strong call, a Zoom call once a week, where other students in the course get together. And you guys talk about, hey, this is what I'm working on. Here's this epiphany I had, or here's a major setback I'm going through.
Yeah.
And we use the information within the course to apply that to what we're going through to be better together. And it's really, really helpful. People seem to really, really enjoy that one.
Right. It's great connecting.
It's awesome. So that's all we wanted to cover in this first segment of the show, was like, the course exists and we've never really been thorough about what really goes on within it. Been bad about that. So for anyone that's interested on maybe an alternate path of recovery, that's what it's about. That's really what it's about. And as we make updates to it, as things change, we will update that and you get access to those things as well.
Yeah, you get access to it as long as it's there. You know, that's what's great about it. You can go through it as many times as you want.
Yeah. And it is for partners and spouses. Someone had asked the question this week if we had anything for the addicted partner. And we do not. I don't offer like a recovery program for people. TWFO, till the wheels fall off, is for, I mean, it covers addiction, just as far as I see addiction, but it's not, I don't have my own program of doing this.
I know that TWFO has bumped up people's recovery.
I hope it has. I really hope it has.
But it's not a program specifically for them. This is specifically for the partners and spouses.
Word.
All right. What's next?
So I want to talk about gauging time.
Okay.
This elusive concept of time. I think that, I don't know, man. I for me anyway, just personally, I always felt like there were these benchmarks in life that were sort of arbitrary, but I felt like I missed every damn one of them in life. Like at certain age, I just felt like there was going to be adults or something, you know? Like, do you remember being young and seeing people that were like in their 30s or 40s? Like your teachers when you were growing up.
Yeah.
It's like, that's an adult.
Yeah.
And then you grow up and
like, I'm not an adult.
I'm nowhere close.
Nope.
I'm nowhere close, right?
Yeah.
So I guess the older I get and the more I understand, the more I realize I don't know. And the more I look back on things and realize that these sort of arbitrary time deadlines we put on things are kind of silly. And I also know that life is set up today in 2024 for instant gratification.
Yeah.
If you don't like the video that's in front of you, swipe it for 1 millisecond and it'll show you another one. That algorithm will learn what you liked, what you didn't like, how many milliseconds you were on that video, and it'll deliver more things that you like. It is
so
catered
to
make you stay on it more. It is catered to make you addicted to the app. Like things like DoorDash and Uber Eats and like, is Postmates still around? I think they are. These things are all designed so that you don't have to leave the comfort of your couch and you can get stuff delivered to you. Like they're just made for convenience. Life is about convenience. You know, we've never really talked, it's sort of controversial, but not really, but like Ozempic. Yeah. Like a lot of people have struggled losing weight, and Ozempic is helping a ton of folks lose weight. And there's a lot of people with opinions about it out there. I'm not going to discuss any of that, which way I fall. I think it's great people get healthy at the end of the day. But I mean, this is where things are going. It's like, how do we make things easier for people? When it comes to these types of relationships, there are no shortcuts.
Nope.
There is no pill you can take. There is no shot you can give yourself. There's nothing like that.
No.
So it's kind of back.
There's no quick fix.
We have to kind of unwind time and all the modern conveniences and get back to the fact that we're dealing with humans and growth and setbacks and challenges and questioning your thoughts and all the things that take place on a growth journey, and it takes time. You will not get a lot of progress in a week. Nope. You might feel like you did, but the reality is you didn't. Like, we've talked about this before, and I think that you look back and start to gauge things in years.
Yeah.
It's maybe you can feel like you've made a lot of progress in 6 months, and maybe you have to some degree, but
well, you have made progress, but
real growth takes place over the course of years, I think.
Absolutely.
So whenever you're in this sort of deal, like if you're new to the community, if you're new to the podcast, I just want you to know that stick around, just commit to sticking around. Like, I want people to kick out of their mind the thought that they're going to be able to fix this in a week or a month. Like, treatment centers don't fix people in 30 days. It's not like dropping your car from the shop and it's like, all right, I'm going to drop it off and I'll see you in 30 days fixed. It doesn't work that way. They just give you tools and a foundation, and then recovery starts when you get out of there. And then it's gauged in years. Yeah. Once again. So for partners and spouses, I want people to remember that this is be gentle with yourself. Stay in touch with people that are going through it as well, because they're going to know exactly how you're feeling. Stay in touch with us as much as possible through the content, through the whether it's the course or the podcast or the videos that you watch or whatever, to know that this is a process that takes place over time. And when you sign up for this life of growth and let me learn more about this and let me figure out what I can do for myself, you're really signing up for a little by slow process that takes time. You're going to feel like, oh man, I put this together. Aha, I had this moment where I feel like I understand it all. And it's going to get squashed next week.
Yeah.
You know, that's just the way it goes.
It is.
That's the way it goes. For anyone that's ever played golf, I don't know if there's any golfers listening to the show, that's the way that sport kind of famously works. It's like once you feel like you've got it figured out, you don't. Like, and that's how life works. Like, once you think you've got it figured out, life will present some new obstacle that you've never thought of that will blow up your last bit of logic.
So true.
And that's kind of how this works.
Yeah.
Fitness is like this.
Exactly. I talked about this in my last episode, I believe. Whenever like I started a workout program or whatnot, and I'm like, okay, things are going to change. I'm going to recognize changes pretty quickly. No, I had to stay consistent and I had to keep going. And I, may have gained like 2 pounds when I thought I was going to lose 4 pounds. And it's like, no, this is just part of the process. But as long as you keep going, you have to trust it. And eventually it'll catch up to you and you'll be able to like recognize the progress you've made. But it took months.
Yeah.
Months.
Of like, daily dedication.
Yes, of everyday drastic changes. Like, I made drastic changes.
Yeah, so it feels like a ton to you.
It does.
But the reality is it's not that much on the long-term scheme of things.
No.
Looking back over time, it's not that much. It's a tiny blip in the radar. So what feels like this massive, because we're just not used to putting forth massive effort anymore. Like, life is designed for us not to have to put in massive effort. So when we do, we feel like, well, where's my prize? Man, you realize what I've been doing?
Yeah.
Like, I haven't eaten any sugar this week. I've been exercising. I got up on time. Like, I quit watching Netflix at night. Like, to me, that feels huge. Like, I've given up everything I enjoy in life, basically. Yeah. Where's my payoff? You'll get it, but it's going to be about 6 to 8 months from now. I'm like, well, that's bullshit.
But that's not even that long.
No, it's not.
But that's not even that long. But you don't realize that until later on when you've been doing it consistently and you've been making these changes and you recognize the changes and you're going to be like, that really wasn't that long. But it feels like it's that long because it's new.
Right. Yeah, it just feels like it. It feels like it. So I want people to remember that as they're going through it, because there's a lot of folks will get on really high highs and these really low lows. And
that's normal, though.
That is. But if you look at it over the aggregate and you balance those things out and you average them, there's sort of like a mean, kind of a middle ground. Yeah. Which is where you'll live most of the time.
That's why I tell people to look at where they were a year ago compared to where they are now. Look at the growth. There's growth.
There is
growth there. If you've been working, like if they've been listening to us or whatnot, or like really getting into TWFO.
People who are really engaged.
And who are really engaged, you are going to notice a difference within that year. But it doesn't feel like it from day to day or week to week or month to month. It's going to take a long time. Just keep going.
Keep at it. Keep at it. Keep engaging. Keep listening. Keep investing your time and your energy in the things that matter the most.
Yep.
And I promise you'll get benefits from that. I wanted to mention that because I think it's so easy to forget these days.
It really is. It really is. Because the world has really tried to make things easy for us. And I think that's one of the worst things that the world has done for us, honestly. So I have to get back to the basics and really work towards things.
Yeah, and this is, I mean, recovery, like addiction recovery is hard for a lot of reasons, but this is a big one too.
Yeah.
It's a big one too. It's like, just like a good friend of mine, Steve, he's been on the show. He said, and I love the way he puts this, he says that addiction is like a freight train. He says, just because you stop pulling that thing does not mean it stops rolling. Like it has inertia of its own that rolls you over and squashes your life for the next 6 months to a year. All the fallout from all the stuff that you did will keep running you over. So imagine being a drug addict, right?
Yeah,
and then stopping everything and getting sober and like renewing your sense of purpose in life and trying to be a good father, trying to be a good husband. And then now you get an IRS lien in the mail. Now you get these credit collection letters. Now your spouse is rethinking the marriage. Now your kids are failing in school. It's like, but I got sober. I thought it was supposed to get better.
That shit happens to us too when we wake up.
I know, but
it's the same thing.
Just keep with it.
You just
Sometimes
have to keep going.
Persistence.
And you might think, oh, well, is it worth it?
Damn right it is.
It is so damn worth it.
Damn right it's worth it.
Yep.
It's worth every bit of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, would I do it again? Absolutely, I would.
Do what?
Go through all this again if I had to? Like, to get what we have today?
Oh, yeah.
I would give anything for what we have today.
Yeah.
Anything for the life we have. And I wanted to get into that too. Like a bit of spin on positive.
Okay.
Equal partnership is like sort of a buzzword that's being thrown around. Like, what is an equal partner? And what does that even mean? I think it shouldn't be a new concept, but I feel like this is just sort of entering like the nomenclature.
Yeah.
Like, for whatever reason, like recently, but for a very long time in this country's history, and maybe if you're not even an American, I'm sure you've got some degree of this, is, men provide and women take care of essentially everything else.
Yes.
That doesn't fly anymore.
No.
It just doesn't fly anymore.
No.
And we talked about this in our What's Going On with Men episode. We read the book. I read parts of that book, of Boys and Men, and about the fact that, excuse me, that women are the primary earners in about 40% of U.S. households.
Yeah. And
that number is increasing. There are many more women enrolled in college. On the whole, women are doing better in school. Test scores and everything else, like advancing much faster than men. And men are falling behind. And strangely, the structure of marriages and relationships has not really changed to reflect this. What we still have is this very lopsided, I guess, idea of responsibility within a marriage, where it's still the guy just basically, it's like you get married and you sort of get another mother. I think it's how a lot of guys look at it. It's probably how a lot of women feel too.
Yep.
And there's just kind of this freeloader that lives in your house that you have to do their laundry, you have to feed them, you have to take care of them. It's like having an extra kid. And women are pushing back, man. Speaking up, telling, no, hell no, we will not go. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
What is this? What is this about? In full disclosure, I was very much another child for quite some time. And
you didn't have that mentality. Like, you didn't throw it at me at all. Like, you didn't, I think you just expected me to do these things. I don't know why. Did you, I don't know if you expected me to do these things. It's just that you didn't do them yourself.
Yeah. You talking about like laundry and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had a very traditional type of arrangement, I guess.
Yeah.
Like
You provided.
Yep. And then like, I was like, okay, I'll handle all the crap at work. I'll handle all the late night calls and do all that BS. And then if you could handle things at home, and then I would do like the yard work. Like, it was the most traditional arrangement ever, basically. Right. After sobriety, and I guess after some time, it's like I started to come to and grow up quite a bit. And we've got an equal partnership these days, I would say.
Yeah.
Would you say that?
Yes, we do.
Where I know the names of...
Hold up, though. Back in active addiction, I had a job.
Back in active addiction?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. No, you had a job.
And I was doing everything.
Still doing a lot. I was doing absolutely nothing.
No, you didn't do anything.
I was going to work, but I don't even know what I was doing there, honestly.
Yeah, like cleaning,
Straight
no
up.
way.
No.
And laundry, no. Okay, I was just going to make that clear that I was working full time and doing everything else.
I was
too.
thinking like basically since we moved in here.
Okay, well, that was after sobriety.
Yeah,
so.
no, before that, oh, hell no. I wasn't doing anything. Nothing. I was worthless. Absolutely worthless. Might find me passed out in the backyard kind of person.
Yes.
In the garage smoking bowls.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
No, but, you know, I grew up. Things changed.
Yeah.
We've got an equal partnership now in our marriage. And I think that I don't know. I would venture to say that a lot of people are striving more for that, but I see a lot of guys in comment sections every single day pushing back toward it, like pushing back against it.
I haven't seen those.
You haven't?
I don't read those.
Oh Lord, what's the name of that creator?
I don't know,
Let's
but I'm sure we can
quick.
find her, and then we'll put her information in the thingy.
Hang on.
Notes or whatever.
Paige is pulling this up. There's
well,
a TikTok creator.
It's gonna take forever, so you need to keep talking because they're really like, what are you doing? I don't know, babe.
Check your text messages. I sent it to you in there.
I know, and I checked earlier and I couldn't find them.
Okay.
But we'll put it in the notes.
Well, that's essentially the basis of her platform is that like we're asking so little of people. Like at what point was it okay to start asking so little of people? At what point did men, just because they're men, get away with this sort of thing? And listen, I'm not here to stomp on anyone's idea of.
Well, some people, if it works in their,
if it works,
if
you're happy,
in their house, that's
great.
Fine. That's cool. We're not
Wonderful.
talking. We're not.
This is what works
about
for us.
you, but I'm talking about for me. That didn't work for me. Like there were some things that I knew I was like, okay, you were providing. I know that I needed to do some things, but also I was still overdoing things. This is still your home. This is still like raising children is really freaking hard. Like whenever you are with your kids all the time, it's hard.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's really hard. It's a difficult. It messes with your mental health like no one's business.
Never been asked so many questions.
Yeah, you know, because you get frustrated after like 2 days. You know, think about that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just how it is. But yeah, I can't find her. I was looking. Sorry.
We'll find it at some point, share it out.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. But you know, like we've talked in depth about how just getting sober doesn't fix everything. Like this is one thing that did not get fixed for a little while. Like I had a lot of growing up to do. So much growing up to do. I was just really emotionally immature. Mm-hmm. And I've been reading, I wouldn't say I read the entire book, but I read the most important parts of the book.
Yeah.
Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents.
Yeah.
Very good read. Suggest anyone check that out. If you've got an addict in your life, I would venture to say there's probably some of that going on within their parental structure.
Their
parental structure.
Like their their family.
Like their family of origin. Right.
Yeah.
There's probably some immature parents going on. I would say almost without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. And like, yeah, it was an emotional read, but it shed light on a lot of things. I'm not making excuses for myself either. And I feel bad for even saying that. It's not an excuse. I had a lot of growing up to do.
We don't talk about this about being an excuse. We're talking about the reality of it and what it was.
But what does married life look like today?
It's great. You do what I don't have to ask you to do anything. Like, you know, the kids' teachers' names. You are involved with like emails within the teachers almost more than I am now, which is kind of crazy. I'm like, okay, hold up, buddy. You're trying to take control over something that I need to be in control of, but I think we're going to find the balance there. Homework, you're always really good with making sure they have their homework done and having, communicating with them and helping them with it. Laundry, we both kind of suck at that, but if I'm struggling or whatever, you're going to go in there. You're just going to do it. And it's not helping. You're just doing it.
Yeah.
People really hate that term about
You're
helping.
right. It's not helping.
We're just doing
what needs to be done at the home.
Thank you. Can you finally admit that?
Yeah, it's not helping.
No, it's not supposed to be helping.
It's not your job. It's our house.
It's our home. You live here. Those are your clothes.
Right.
Those are your children too. I want them to grow up in a home that has a marriage that's interdependent, that can teach them all these different things. And that it's not just a man job or a woman job or whatnot, but we're both involved in finances. I used to be the only one involved in finances, and then it swapped to where you were just involved in finances. Mm-hmm. And now it's more, we're like together.
Yeah.
But we talk about it all the time. Like, we don't just do whatever the hell we want when it comes to things.
No, we talked about finances on an episode a long time ago.
Did.
Like, we've got a joint account. We've had one for a very long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a conversation that we have on a very regular basis.
Yes.
About like what's available, what's coming in, what's missing.
What are we spending money on? What are we not going to spend money on? Like we discuss it. It is not like just you're going to go do what you want to do and I'm going to do what I want to do. We have great communication on what we spend our money on. And then activities like with the kids, you'll take them, pick them up, you'll schedule them. Like, holy crap, you scheduled MJ's summer activities.
Yeah, he's in 3 different camps.
You started scheduling his like baseball stuff. Like we've kind of like you're responsible for his things and I'm responsible for our daughter's things.
I like being in her stuff. I like picking her up from dance because she always spills the tea on what's going on in the studio.
Yeah. No, I mean
hilarious.
Just like setting stuff up and having the communication and stuff. I think that it's balanced it out really well.
Yeah.
Like you have all the communication with our son's coaches and all that stuff, and I have all the communication with our daughter's stuff. I set them all up. I do that, but we're still involved with it all. It just works out great for us, and we just it naturally went that way. It wasn't like I told you to do this stuff. You started to finally pick up the slack and do the things that you know you needed to do.
Yeah, like I tell people this in recovery often when I work with them on like one-on-ones. Like my goal has always been just to be a better man. I just want to be a better person. I want to be someone my wife would be proud to call their partner. I want to be a father that my kids can look back on and be like, yo, my dad was awesome. Like I got a letter whenever our son was at camp and it said, who's your hero? I'm going to choke up because he said it was my dad. That's like the greatest thing I could ever hear. After what I've done in this life, like I don't deserve that.
Well, you've been a good dad to him since he was born.
He didn't get me in addiction at all, but I mean, that's the greatest thing in the world is to know that like, okay, I'm doing something right. You know, like that's been my goal. That's the goal. The goal is not to just put a substance in my body today. I want to be a good person. I just want to be a good person. And this is a huge part of it. And the relationships can evolve to this point, no matter how far down the scale they've gone, no matter how bad it's gotten, people can change. And I believe in the human capacity to change. I am not so jaded that I think just no one changes. I just know enough. I've been around enough to know that just very few do. That's all. It doesn't mean that no one will. Like there are listeners right now, and there's a non-insignificant number of them that will have the equivalent of what we got. I know that. Just statistically probable it will happen. Yeah. And I can't wait to hear those kinds of stories.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear that kind of stuff.
Right.
Things can get better and it can look amazing. I'm not here to toot my own horn. I think I'm just now doing what I'm supposed to be doing in a relationship.
Yeah.
You know, and this is just our perspective of it. Listen, if you have a more traditional one, like the way we used to, that's great. That works for you guys. That's wonderful. It wasn't working for us. It wasn't working in our home. And that was the issue. Right. It just wasn't working.
Right. I felt alone for a long time.
You were buried. If you think about it, let's just think about commitments, right? So I go to the office. If I'm there at 8 and I'm there till 5, I can come home and unless things are really busy, which only happens about like once a month, twice a month, or like especially quarterly, it happens really bad. I can kind of check out, you know, but from the moment you wake up, if you're separating duties where I'm responsible for the office, you're responsible for the home. From the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed, you're technically at work. Yeah. So you don't get to check out. You don't get to disappear. And you are kidding yourself if you're a guy listening to this being like, it's not that bad. Bullshit. You do it for a week. Yeah. Do it. Yeah. I mean, it's not that bad. Bullshit, man. It's rough. It's rough. I know everyone's, and listen, there will obviously be exceptions. Okay. There will be exceptions where someone's got a crazy job that no one would ever want. And taking care of 3 homes is better than that job. Sure. But I would say on the whole, this is probably pretty true for most people. Yeah. So yeah, it can get here. It got here for us. And I always wanted it to. I just wasn't sure when I'd grow up enough to do it. But it's kind of like you're an adult once you say you are. Just start doing those things. Yeah,
for sure.
I do want to say that you've always been incredibly supportive of me. Like you've never really been belittling of me whenever I'm making changes. Like this is something that's always been kind of sorry that I see. Like clowning on men's really popular right now. Yeah. It's really popular to clown on men and all the things that we don't know and all the things that we don't do. And whenever men there was someone who was talking about how I think they were taking mushrooms of all things. And they had like this moment where it was like, oh my God, like I just realized that everyone around me has the same like wants and desires about life that I do. And this woman was making fun of it because she was like, oh, you just realize that other people have feelings. The girls figured this out at 5 years old, you know, and like here you are in your 20s, like, and they're clowning the guy, but like, what good does that do?
Right.
What good did that do?
Yeah.
Like, and then it says they go start podcasts, which I thought was hilarious because a lot of them do. And here we are, you know, talking about things we should have learned a long time ago. But the fact of the matter is just not all of us were brought up with tools for that. Not all of us were trained this way. Not all of us were raised this way. We just weren't, man.
Yep.
And when someone figures it out, they ought to be praised for it.
Agreed.
Period.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we could easily say the same thing about a lot of women that get into these situations. And we are not victim shaming anyone that's been in a situation for a very long time. And maybe they shouldn't have been. Once they have that aha moment, like that's wonderful. We wrap our arms around them and pick them up. And you did that for me every step of the way.
Yeah.
I just want to credit you for that. That's been massive. Sure, there's some like jabs thrown, and that's always funny. That doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me.
Gotta love it.
And that brings us into our last topic that we're going to cover, which is emotional resilience.
Yeah, this one's a big one.
It's going to be, okay, so it's self-care rituals for emotional resilience, but it's sort of about self-care and it's about emotional resilience.
Yeah. I feel like you've always been very emotionally resilient.
I had to be. Just growing up in my house, you had to be resilient.
I guess that does make sense. Like that, it was like a survival thing for you, but you just bounce back so quickly from any type of stressful situation or adversity or something you've gone through. You kind of just like, you let it go through your brain and then you let it come out. And for me, I overthink things. Like we were talking about this earlier, how I was having issues of overthinking something. I was like, I can't get out of it. I can't get out of it. I can't get out of it. Like, what is going on here? This is unlike me. Something is just wrong. And you're like, well, what I do is I just like, I have it in my mind. I'll think about it for a moment and then I kick it out. And then I just move on and I learn from it. I'm like, oh, it's that simple. No, I mean, and I've learned to do that before, but I have been so bad about my self-care within the past few months. I kind of took some steps back because I'd been so busy. And it messed with me. It messed with me.
It will. It'll mess with not just your physical, like what's on the scale.
No, I don't. That's fine.
You don't even think about that.
I can deal with the scale.
It's this piece up top.
It is the mental part where I was relapsing in behavior. And that's something that we don't discuss a lot, is that we can relapse to in our behaviors. I was going back to old thinking patterns. I would start thinking about things and overthink things. And I'm like, you know what? I went years without doing this. Why am I doing this again? And I really had to reflect and I had to think about it. And I was like, you know what? I'm not doing what I was doing that got me better in the first place.
There it is. Boom, right there.
And I was like, I need to start doing better. So I did. Last week, I started doing better. I started back up on my like everyday working out, eating right, drinking my water, meditating, breathing, journaling, reading. Like I'm going back to my basics. And every time I do it, I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, this is so much better.
There it is again. You know, it's like it comes right back.
It's like
almost.
It does come back.
It's like riding a bike.
I'm just admitting here that I was going backwards a little bit. Just because, and I know why. I haven't gone like all the way back, obviously, because that would just be super crazy. But we do go back a little bit.
Yeah. You want to talk about why?
Sure.
I mean, you don't have to.
Like, why did I stop? Because I've been working really hard.
Yeah.
I've had something very meaningful for me, and I have been pouring into so much and to so many that I stopped pouring into myself.
Yeah.
And I recognized that. And I was like, you know what? I got to go back to where I was and start pouring into myself so that I can be more helpful for everyone else and find that balance. This is part of it, man. This is freaking life right here.
Yeah. You're the best I've ever seen at making a change, being consistent, knowing who they are, knowing what they live by, like their values. So if you can screw up, anyone can screw up.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I've had a lot of self-reflection within the past few months, and that's been a lot of mental stuff going on, just thinking about it.
Yeah.
And just you and I having conversations and things and me really self-reflecting. It's been emotional and it's been changing, life changing, and it's been like a lot of intense emotions too. But I'm able to process it better than I've ever been able to process things because I do have the tools. I have the coping mechanisms. I have them there. I've done it before.
Yeah.
And it works when I go back to doing it.
It comes right back. It's like riding a bike. It's like that skill's still there.
It is.
But it gets muted by a lot of the other stuff.
But the skills that I learned before, the survival skills I had, will always be there too. Just like neuroplasticity.
Mm-hmm. They're still accessible.
They're still going to be there. There are still little scars or whatever, like little roadways in my brain that are from that time
Old
frame.
thought patterns.
They can always come back if I'm not still
They're so
doing
comfortable
the
too,
work.
aren't they?
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
You slip back into that and it's like, oh, this is familiar. I know this.
It is.
But it feels like icky at the same time.
It does.
You know?
But then when I start going back to like what I've learned that makes me feel better, it's like, oh, that's better. That's much better. Now everything's good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I would just want any wheelie listening to know that like you are the best I've ever seen at doing this and working through this and like the resilience you've developed from it. And you're just amazing. If you can make mistakes, anyone can make mistakes. Everyone will make mistakes.
Absolutely.
And that's all right.
It's important
Totally
to know
cool.
that. Yeah.
What's most important is like what you just mentioned though, is getting back on the horse. Like we will
and
fall off.
it's easier to get back on each time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it was the very first time you started. It's like you said, it's like riding a bike.
Yeah. And this is growth stuff. We're not talking about drug addiction here. This is from the spouse's perspective.
Yeah.
I don't think that necessarily applies when it comes to relapses.
No,
and
it does
whatnot.
not.
They get harder as life goes.
Yeah.
They get harder. You get older. It gets worse on the body and everything
Absolutely.
else.
No, this is totally different.
But yeah, every week we have to go back in time. And it's, I think we both knew in the very beginning, like we were encroaching on territory that we'd never really gone through. Like we had conversations in our own bedroom about this stuff. You know, we talk about it in the evenings. It was just us. We weren't talking about it all day long. We weren't talking about it with other people. We weren't working people through it. We weren't giving advice to people. We weren't recording videos on it. And like, what would the emotional toll from that look like? And this is what it looks like. Full disclosure is that it does take a toll.
Yes.
Because you go back and you revisit the most painful time in your life on a regular basis. But you and I both talk about, well, why did we do this? Well, it's to help other people. Are they getting help? Yeah. Well, so is it worth it? Yeah. And at the end of the day, it's just going to make us stronger. Mm-hmm. It's going to make us stronger. It's going to make this stuff more cement to us. It's going to make it more real.
As long as we find the balance, you know, make sure we're balancing it out and not going balls to the wall.
And that's sort of what we're doing here. That's why our camera's off tonight.
Yep, exactly.
It's kind of those sorts of things. Like, let's find some balance again. Mm-hmm. You know, we've got to have balance. Mm-hmm. Like, I can hear a kid bouncing a basketball in the other room. Like, we're still parents. Mm-hmm. We've still got lives to live, you know? Like, we're not in that place anymore. And I'm grateful for that. My heart still breaks for other people going through it. But absolutely. I'm grateful that we're not in that place. So we have to remember that we aren't in that place. Mm-hmm. But sometimes it can feel real when you go back and you revisit it so often. Mm-hmm. It's like, I can go to bed feeling like a horrible person. Yeah. You know? And it's like, then you can probably go to bed feeling like, damn, life is awful. But it's like, wait a second, hang on. We're good. It's like waking up from a bad dream sometimes. Yeah, yeah. We've really got to put our brains onto reality more, you know? Yep. We process that. Good job, babe. High five. Okay, so emotional resilience is something that you will develop, I think naturally working through a life with someone who's addicted to a substance. I think that or even a behavioral addiction like porn or gambling or any of those things, you will develop it. Like, and it's another way to say that this life hardens you. Yeah. This life will harden you. It does. So what is emotional resilience? It is the ability to adapt to stressful, we'll just call it the ability to adapt to stressful situations and crises. Uh-huh. To adapt to those things. So it's not just survive them, to adapt to them as they come. Because this life will throw you, I mean, and it's almost like cold fronts. You know, it's like you can just be minding your own business and here comes a cold front. Oh, here comes the drama. Here comes the crisis. Like that horrible feeling of waiting for the other shoe to drop. Yeah. Like that whole process will absolutely harden you. But should we be adapting to our toxic environment, or is this more about situations? I think situations in general, right? Okay, so like, just in life. In life. Okay. In life. Like your kid's going to fall. I shouldn't wish this on anyone. The kid's going to fall and like break an arm or something. But I would say your kid's going to get hurt. Kid will get hurt. They get hurt. Gonna happen. They do. They get hurt. Yeah. I got hurt recently. Almost knocked myself out.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, things will happen, like stuff comes up. Life will happen. Work stuff will change, company restructure, you might get laid off and have to go find another job, or God knows what. God knows what will happen, but things will happen in life. There's a guarantee that stuff will come up. And self-care can play into building emotional resilience. But yeah, we're going to define resilient individuals as those that can bounce back from adversity, trauma, or stress. And it's going to help you maintain mental health. I think along with therapy, though, a big caveat here is with some professional help. It's going to help you recover from setbacks much quicker, and it's going to promote a more positive outlook on life. So once again, kind of sticking with the positivity theme just a bit here. But how does self-care help this? I think we've talked a lot about self-care.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think that I hear a lot of like fitness type people, like motivational speakers and whatnot, talk about like when they've conquered something crazy. Like let's say they ran an ultra marathon, like a 100-mile marathon over 24 hours in like freezing cold weather.
Yeah.
And like when they're building a company or something like that, they'll think to themselves, if I was able to get through that, I can get through this. And that is true to some degree, but it's not really exactly the same.
Right.
But I think you can dig something from that. You can. Like you've been through some really, really hard stuff. Like I want people to think of, like, here's something I think about a lot is that like I have survived 100% of the things that I swore were going to kill me.
Yeah.
In the moment that I wouldn't get through. I've survived 100% of them. And if you are listening, you have to. You have survived your hardest days. So you have an amazing track record.
Yeah.
Why are you doubting yourself?
Yeah.
You've already done these things. On the flip side of that is that you have already accomplished many things that you swore would make you happy.
Oh, wow.
I think about that sometimes.
Yeah.
Think about when you're young and it's like, oh man, if I could just make this much, then I'll be happy. And then you do, and it's like, it's not enough, because that's like the curse of life and things, material things, is that
if I could just get married, that would make me happy. If I could just get my forever home, that would just make me happy.
Like if you're a realtor, if I could close this many deals this month, like that's the pinnacle. And then you do it. It's just like, no, like a new set of goals just crops up. Yeah. It's like they're like weeds, I just want people to remember that. But when it comes to adversity, you've already survived 100% of the hard things that you swore were going to kill you.
Yep.
And you've made it through. But self-care can help. Like while running a marathon may not be the same as working through addiction or dealing with someone who's incredibly unstable, who causes havoc in your life. Maybe you've got restraining orders or God knows what, just all the things that these types of relationships can throw at you. Self-care does give you a bit of a reprieve from doing all the mental labor of worrying about this stuff. It's sort of like a life hack to a place far, far away. Like whenever you work out, are you thinking about what's going on?
I try not to. I think that when I do start thinking about things that are going on, I purposely shift my mindset to being present. I want to be present in my workouts. I want to focus on my breathing. I want to focus on what's ahead of me. I want to focus on exactly what I'm doing, because if I'm focusing on all the other stuff, I'm not getting the true benefits from my workout.
With pretty intense exercise, you are not going to be able to think about anything other than this sucks. I just got to get through this next 3 minutes or this next 10 reps or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I was a partner in a CrossFit gym at one point. If you've ever done CrossFit, like we've got some CrossFitters, I know, and it's intense, man. You go hard. The point is to go hard. We had this client at the gym who would always complain about the music. I'm like, how are you even hearing that? You're not working hard enough if you're paying attention to the playlist, because you're not even thinking about that kind of stuff. Like when you're really mindfully engaged in your exercise, whatever it might be, you're not thinking about it. Yeah. You're not. And so I would just suggest, if you're really struggling thinking about all your crazy stuff that's going on in life, walk a little faster.
Yeah, it's not about distracting yourself from the problems. It's about being present in the moment. And when you're present in the moment, I talked about this recently too, it grounds you. It keeps you just, it helps you focus on your breathing. It helps you take your mind off of everything. It's an extremely healthy place to be. And then it detaches you from what's going on. And then you're able to, when you come back to that situation, you're able to deal with it a lot easier because you've taken time away from it.
Yeah. And that's one piece of self-care. We talked about like the fitness piece of it.
Physical.
That is one piece of it, but it will help you in building emotional resilience as well. Like you sent me a message last week during one of your rides. You broke down, right?
I think I've sent you a lot of messages this past week. So which one are you talking about?
You broke down crying after the ride or during the ride even.
I did. I don't remember specifically what it was about, but yeah, I did. I have those. I've talked about that too. I have those rides all the time, or I have those workouts where I'll just
let it all out.
It's like I've needed to cry. There have been times where I've needed to cry, but I couldn't cry. And then I get into a situation where I'm not thinking about things, or I'm actually able to breathe, which would be working out or meditating or something like that, where I'm not thinking, and then I just like burst out in tears and I just start crying and it all just comes out and it's amazing. It feels so good. It's such a relief. Everybody needs to go through that. If they are having so much pent up emotions,
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
That's why we're big on the exercise piece of things. And that might mean something different for you, right? Do what you can, do what your body will let you do, but go hard enough to where you can get present.
For sure.
And tears in those moments.
Force yourself to get present.
Yeah, and those moments that you just described, those are like emotional windshield wipers. It just cleans all the crap off the windshield, and when you're done, you just feel clear.
So good.
You feel grounded. You feel like, oh, okay, I'm good. You feel so much better afterward. I love those moments. You just kind of let it all out, and afterward, you're like, all right, I got my shit. Good. I got my shit together now. I feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's greatness. But it also does, I think, build some resilience. So going through that thing that you went through, like a really hard ride, that does help teach you how to get through periods of burnout. Like when sometimes life will require more of you than you have to give.
Yeah.
And you just have to persevere. You just have to go and get through it. Just push yourself through it.
Yep.
Focusing on you, focusing on self-care, getting through those hard things like that reminds you that you can do it.
Yeah.
Like you can do it.
Yeah. It reminds you that you're not going to die going through that.
No.
You're going to survive it. And then you get built up more and more each time you do it. Because you're just like, damn, I did a thing.
Yeah. We have this thing on our bookshelf, like this framed quote from Alex Hormozy of all people.
Yeah.
But and it's in the context of like if you wanted to start a business or something like that. Let's just say it's in the context of getting through this quarter at work or getting through this next 30 days while someone's in treatment, right? So frame whatever that is and say that is hard, and hard feels shitty. This is what hard feels like. Remind yourself of that. I say that to myself all the time. Is when something gets really difficult, I'm like, this is what hard feels like. And I signed up for hard. I can do hard.
Yep.
You can do hard.
Yes.
We can do hard. Remind yourself that it's okay to feel hard. It's okay. You will get through it. I promise you. You've already survived 100% of them.
Yes.
You're going to survive this one too.
Yes.
You can do it.
Yes.
You can prove to yourself, if you look back over your life and say, well, I got through that, I got through that, I got through that. You could write a book of your life. Everyone could to some degree, and you will survive this thing too. Remind yourself that this is just what hard feels like. It's okay. Hard sucks. I'm not going to say it feels good. It sucks. But workouts and things like that and some of these resilient activities, that's what they do. Like they remind you that I can do hard shit.
Yeah.
I can do hard stuff. I can do it. I can get through it. Sometimes it might just be as a young mom hanging on for dear effing life.
Oh, yeah.
Just after you get the kids through the store, after they've both thrown fits and they're blowing, like your phone's blowing up and you're having to use a credit card because the debit card's negative. And it's like, this is what hard feels like. This feels shitty right now, but I will get through this.
Yes.
I do that all the time. I frame these little moments in my life where it's like, I can do this. I can get through this. This is going to be hard. This is going to suck.
But I got this.
I can do this.
Yeah.
I can do this. And the most beneficial thing of all this, we talked about community and the importance of it, is that what is that? It's like your hardest moments are going to be someone else's survival guide one day.
Yeah.
I forgot how the quote works. It's
Right.
beautiful the way it's written. I just butchered it, but that's what it basically gets at. It's like what you're going through right now is going to be someone else's survival guide. So as you go through this, remember that there's not just benefit for you, but for other people too.
Absolutely.
I was reading this book. Oh man, I'm going to butcher this too. This week I was reading this book. It's Stephen Bartlett's Diary of a CEO, and he was talking about this lesson that he learned from some spiritual guru, I think. And he was like, if you want to understand something, read about it. If you want to, what was it? No, if you want to learn something, read about it.
Yeah.
If you want to understand something, write about it. If you want to master something, teach it.
Yes.
So think about that in the context of what you're going through. If you really want to understand more, to really do more, like within our course, that's kind of why it's designed that way. It's intuitive. You can learn about things. That's only one part of it. Listening to this episode, you're going to learn, right? But if you really want to take it a step further, start journaling. That's why we have exercises in there.
Yep.
If you really want to take it a step further, teach it, master it, talk to others, connect with other people. That's why in community is so important.
So awesome.
People
I
remember
love that.
It's greatness, and it's
so
absolutely
true.
It is true.
So true.
Think back in your life through everything you've done.
Yes.
That is true. You have some instance of saying, oh, that is absolutely true. Whether you train someone at work or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You've been through that before.
Yeah.
So yeah, self-care can build massive resilience. Remind yourself your me time is very important. Remind yourself when things get really tough, this is what hard feels like. Hard feels shitty, but that's okay. You are going to get through this. You've already got evidence your entire life. You've already survived 100% of them. You're going to continue to do that. You will be okay. You will get through this. Talk a little bit about how you meditate for a moment, the importance of it just for you.
Okay, so for meditating, I will just find something on YouTube, or I used to use the Calm app. I like to do 10 minutes a day in the morning in my bed. I sit there and it's guided typically. I like to suggest people do a body scan at first because that helps you become more present, and it helps you what it did for me was like it kind of like what you said with exercising, it takes your brain off of what's going on. That's what meditation did for me.
Yes, it makes you
and
present.
that's what the body scanning did for me. It made me focus on all the things within my body that was going on. And for 10 minutes, I didn't have to do anything but do exactly what I was told to do in that moment. And it was just so freeing. Every time I do it, I'm just like, I just feel so good. That's what it meant for me.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And the breathing.
Breathing's huge.
Breathing is so huge.
Like there's the 4-7-8 technique. So it's in for 4, hold for 7, out for 8. I've heard of all sorts of variations of this. Like 4 counts, just in, hold, count, 4. But what I have read and the science behind it is if you breathe out longer than you inhale, you will decrease your heart rate. You will physically feel better. And cognitively, the more oxygen to your brain will calm you down. It has a calming effect. It feels very good. Like it feels very calm. When I was in treatment, they taught us this one. Like, you can get like high on oxygen, right? I was like, oh, tell me more. And they were like, you can breathe. Tell an addict you can get high and they'll start listening, man.
Oh my God.
But yeah, it was really, really helpful. I think all this is to say, like we've got, I think, other episodes on self-care.
Yeah, we do.
There's various types of self-care.
But that's what's going to build the resilience.
This is what will build resilience.
Your resilience.
This is why we push self-care.
This is why we push
community,
that.
let us know what you're doing to take care of yourself today. I don't want people not to share, or just vent. Feel free. That's what it's for.
No. There's all different. Yes, I want you to vent. I want you to connect with others. I want you to also talk about the things that you are doing to help yourself, to push through.
Here's what sets our group apart, though. You can go to any other group online that deals with addiction and spouses, and it's oftentimes a very hectic and or depressing place to be. It's just sad story after sad story after sad story, because that is the nature of these types of relationships and people having their dreams crushed. Just the way it is. But what sets us apart is we will pack in, what are you doing for yourself today? Tell us something that you've learned today. Show us your face and you're smiling. Show us your life in some way. Let's invest in each other's lives a bit. Let's share each other's lives. Let's connect beyond just, this is what I'm going through. Like, Tell us how you work out. Tell us what you're into. Do you play music? How are you taking care of yourself today? That's how I want to set us apart. That's what my vision for the community anyway.
Just like we talk about how you as the addict in recovery, it's about personal development and growth. That's what we're about too.
Absolutely.
It doesn't just go within your marriage or your relationship or in your little family unit. It is about your life. It is about you as a person, as an individual, and what you want out of life and how you can be the best person you want to be.
Yeah. And so I want people to share the full spectrum of things. There will be a lot of negative things in there. That's fine, okay?
Yeah.
So many people will read that, and that will be the most validating thing they've ever read was your circumstances, whatever it might have been.
Right.
That would be so validating. But someone on their worst day will see your self-care post and your smiling face after you've just accomplished something and saying you can do it too.
They're going to say,
hard.
Why not me?
They're going to have that thought, and you will be their survival kit for the day. I want you to remember that. You will help so many people. You will help so many people.
Yep.
You've survived 100% of your hardest days, and you can do hard.
Yeah.
You can do it. So I want to just leave people with that.
All right.
All right. That's
Sounds
all
good.
we got.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, until next time, I'm Matt.
I'm Paige.
And we'll see y'all.
Bye.